You sitting on the bleachers? I'm gonna roast you.
You're gonna roast me for
If you're sitting on the bleachers and not dancing.
Oh, yeah. You'd be like, boss, you get your butt off the bleachers.
Yeah, go dance. Have fun.
I'm gonna have fun. It's my first high school dance.
Is it? But you're a sophomore. You couldn't go last year?
My parents wouldn't let me go to like date dances until I'm 16. I turned 16 on Thursday.
Oh, fair enough, fair enough.
I got my license.
Hey, just in time. Oh, you got your license?
Yeah, just in time.
Nice.
A couple days before the dance. I got it at 8:20 in the morning on my birthday.
So my birthday was a Friday, so I had to wait a whole agonizing week to get my license. And then I had to wait till my dad could take a day off, so I ended up waiting like 4 days. But man, that first time like driving me and my brother to a game, like there was like a game in the gym or something, and like we went. Dude, it was such a great feeling to being able to drive around by myself. It was so weird though.
Yeah, I drove to school after I got my license. I was like,
yes. I'm a big boy now.
This is actually fun. I like it.
You like it? Hey man, you're welcome to run the camera anytime you want.
Bro, if you need to break, I got you.
Just a bit outside. So my first time driving, I almost got into a car accident. Or not driving, but like my first time by myself because I turned my blinker on the wrong way. Like I wanted to turn left, I turned it right. And the guy behind me goes into the left-hand lane and blows by me. Like luckily I saw him in the mirror, and now every time that I drive or I turn left, I always check to make sure no one's passing me.
I hit my car with my sister's car. Like nice. I forgot, like I had parked in our driveway, but I forgot to shift it into park.
Oh no!
And so it just started and hit the back of my truck, and I was in her like van thing. But they're both solid cars, so nothing happened.
Yeah.
But yeah.
This TINTIC team probably I thought they were. At least the JV is. I don't know what the JV record is, but.
JV actually win. I'm just kidding. Joking. The girls played good against Lyman on Thursday.
Yeah, they were really good. That was a lot of fun. It stinks that we didn't get to like win a set, but you know.
Like, they played really good.
Yeah. Lyman's really, really good. So.
And like their whole lineup is very good teams.
Eldridge is nasty as a volleyball player.
What?
Eldridge, their taller girl that hit the ball really, really hard.
Oh, I think something like that. But
yeah.
I forget if it was Kemmer or Cokeville last year. They had a girl that was like 6'2". Like
probably Cokeville.
Like my height, and I was like, bro, no.
Have you ever watched Westside play volleyball?
No.
Westside has a girl who I think is legit 6'4". She's really tall and she's just a menace at the net.
She's my height?
Dude, she is tall. Like, she just puts her hands up at the front of the net and like barely jumps and just blocks everything. So I don't know if you remember who Cody Olson was, but he was the guy that was broadcasting here before me. He now broadcasts for Westside now. And like he was telling me, like there's games where she'll just stand on her tippy toes and just block everything. It's crazy. Unfortunately, though, she's not like real quick laterally.
Like can't jump quickly.
Yeah, she doesn't move like side to side real well, so she can't play back row.
So she's just the front middle.
Yeah, pretty much.
I like your innovation with the books.
I didn't do this. This is Cooper Cornea. And what he called.
Nice gaming computer.
Yeah, I know, right? It's not mine. It's the one they had, and when they gave it to me, I was like, wait a minute.
So like, you expect me to play COD on this?
Yeah, I could if I wanted to. I'm not real good at PC gaming though.
Over here during halftime, like, let's get him more.
Just playing Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
Why is Aaron laughing? Oh, because he's lassoed someone up and he's dragging him behind the train. I saw a video of that the other day, and I could not stop laughing. Like, they're on the back of the train as it was taking off, and he just lassos some dude as, like, the train starts to pick up speed, and it gets to speed, and, like, the dude's just, like, flying behind the train, and the train stops and just splats into it.
Have you seen that thing where the guy's, like, coming up to a guy on the ground, like, threatening him, and then, like, points his gun at him, and then points out the guy, shoots in the sky, and a bird falls to the ground dead? Just, like, totally random.
I love that game, dude.
I think it was like, oh. And there's
So your mom hits hard?
she made dead leg.
Dude, I'm not shocked.
The first time she hit me very lightly, and then she hit Tony really hard. I was like, how come you don't hit me hard next time?
Because she loves you?
I love her too.
Because apparently you weren't a mouthy child. The only time I've seen that is when they do it to like first and second graders, and it's like, that's kind of wrong. Where like, you know, you're a full grown boy and you let moms tackle you, like, that's fun. Where like, you got these grown men like absolutely obliterating their 8-year-old kids. And it's like, yeah, what good does that do?
Have you had time to get the Harry Potter game yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh man. I finished the game.
Did you?
Yeah.
Is it worth it?
Oh yeah, it was so fun.
My sister has it.
And then you can keep playing like and do all the side quests after you do the main.
Oh yeah. I've heard a lot of really good things. Just the issue is I don't have a lot of time. And money. Money too. Not right now, but like it's either I have time, no money, or no time and money.
No time.
Yeah. Test. Test, test, test. Nothing. Okay. Testing. 1, 2. Microphone's off.
So I was making the joke like since there's like handshake mine. Yeah, How does he finish?
All right.
Jack was telling me something.
I
Oh, good time. Because I'm full time. Me too. If I got so I'd be walking gold plated. So when you're on salary, it's basically I don't know, I'm the kid that drove himself here. Sure you don't want money for the camera? Because who wouldn't play football to get wrong? How you doing, Boston? I'm sure. Kind of sweet how you all are.
Let's go.
I've had that happen a couple times where like, oh yeah, 5'10", and the boy's like, actually like 5'9" tall, and he's like, you're tall, I'm sorry. We both know that I told you I was 5 feet.
It is time for Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 KADQ and mylocalradio.com. Rebel Sports brought to you in part by the Rich School District, Evanston Regional Hospital, Ready, West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, the Come On In, the Station on Main, Les Schwab Plains Tire, Stacy's Repair, Summit Pizza, Little Springs Water, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, Elaine Ford Brothers, Hometown Drive-In, the Town of Woodruff, T7 Propane, Bear Lake Realty, Independent Software Solutions, McKay Frankham DDS, and the Crawford Trough. Let's go to the Les Schwab Plains Tire broadcast booth and join the voice of the Rebels, Aaron Poling.
And welcome to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth as we begin the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as tuning in at 98.3 KADQ as the volleyball comes our way. It'll be the Rich Rebels taking on the TINTIC Miners as the Rebels will wrap up their homecoming week. It is time for the Summit Pizza Company pregame show. When we come back, we'll set the scene for today's matchup. That's brought to you by Little Springs Water. As you are watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KADQ.
When pizza is calling your name, order a Summit Pizza. With homemade dough and all fresh ingredients, every pizza is a culinary masterpiece. Owners Thad and Melissa Willis are Rich High School alumni. They continue the Rebel tradition of excellence and service. Feed your taste buds, feel the happiness with a fresh homemade pizza from Summit Pizza. Don't forget the Doodles, a Summit Pizza original creation. Summit Pizza, 70 West Logan Road, Garden City.
Welcome to the town of Randolph, located in northern Utah. The first group of settlers came from St. Charles, Idaho in March of 1870. We are a town of great extremes, from 90 degrees in the summer to minus 40 degrees in the winter, and we hold the record for the coldest temperature ever recorded in Utah at minus 50 degrees. Randolph is a small, friendly community that strives to preserve our rural heritage and small town feel. Enjoy the feeling each time you visit Randolph. Go Rebels.
If you've never heard a mechanic say they truly care, then you've been at the wrong place. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff is a family-owned and operated business open since 1992. Offering all types of maintenance and repair services, you can be sure your vehicle is operating at its best. Whether your vehicle is older or the newest model, gas or diesel, we fix and maintain them all. Also offering chip repair, windshield replacement, and tires. When your vehicle needs a mechanic, bring it to the ones who truly care. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth as we are in the middle of the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com. It is time for your Little Spring scene set on the Summit Pizza Company pregame show. As we set the scene for today's matchup, we bring in my broadcast colleague for the day, Rob Liefson. Rob, how you doing today?
Pretty good, Aaron, after a nice little recovery from last night's football game. It's nice. It's a little bit of a late start in the afternoon, so.
Yeah, no, I got a little recovery too. It's been a long week, as homecoming usually is, but it's such a blast, such a fun week to see all the students come together, and hopefully we get the same atmosphere as we've gotten the last two games with the football team and for the volleyball team on Thursday, as it's been a wonderful time. The atmosphere has been great here at Rich High School.
I think you're going to be toned down a little bit today. Got a bunch of other things going on a Saturday, but you get a pretty good showing from some of the young men across the way, so get the homecoming dance tonight.
Yeah, I was going to say, unfortunately for the girls, they are playing before their homecoming dance. I talked to a couple of them. They're a little bummed out about that. But, you know, it's also an opportunity to build a little more momentum for this Rebel squad as they take on the TINTIC Miners today. They are coming off of a loss, but they have won 4 of their last 5, and they're playing much better, Rob.
They are, and this is all about your region. TINTIC joins Region 22 this year. They have a region win against Altamont and a couple wins against Dugway, but the Rebels obviously hope to stay undefeated in region play.
Yeah, and we'll see if they can, as this has been the scene set brought to you by Little Springs Water on the Summit Pizza Company pregame show. When we come back, we'll hear from TINTIC Miners head coach Kayla Farr as you're watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KADQ.
Whether it's for your home, your ranch, your equipment, or your business, when you need propane, count on the best. T7 Propane in Woodruff. The safe and professional team at T7 Propane offers quality product and the most responsive propane service in the area, so you can enjoy the affordability, reliability, and efficiency of propane. For heating, cooking, grilling, motor fuel, and more, count on the team at T7 for your personal or business propane needs. 435-793-4208.
Rich School District has a legendary history of student success in the classroom and in other areas. Over 70% of Rich High students are involved in extracurricular activities. Participation in the classroom, on the field, in the gym, or on the stage helps students reach their potential. Working together with students, the community, and an amazing staff, we have the opportunity to build tomorrow's leaders. Rich School District, focusing on success, one student at a time.
When you need automotive service on your car, truck, semi, or tractor, call Clay and the team at J-Bar Auto in Randolph. J-Bar Auto also offers competitive pricing on tires for all vehicles. Call or stop by J-Bar Auto today.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. I made a mistake prior to the break, as it is time for your T7 Propane Standout Student interview, as it is with Hannah Scott. We'll go to that interview right now. With this week's T7 Propane Standout Student of the Week, Hannah Scott. Hannah, how you doing today?
I'm doing good.
So I walk in today, and you see all the banners, the streams, the balloons, HOCO 2023. That's homecoming for some of the people at home that might not know. What's homecoming week like for you, and what excites you about it?
It's such a blast for me. I love the energy and all the excitement around homecoming. I think it brings a new school spirit, and it really unites us. I really love how we all come together, even like all the classes, to decorate and to just make this week a blast to push forward into the school year.
What are some of the events this year? I know a lot of schools do dress-up events. What are some of the events you guys have going on?
Yeah, we have a dress-up day every day, and then we do like powder puff where the girls play football. We have volleyball where the boys play volleyball, so that's really fun to watch. We have float decorating where we have our parade, and then we have like sidewalk decorating and banner decorating, and yeah, there's just a bunch of sports and all that stuff.
What are some of the themes this year?
We do Barbie and Ken versus Addams Family, so we're like separating the classes, so that's kind of fun. And then we're doing like Twin Day and Student Teacher Swap, and then Soccer Mom and Barbecue Dad.
Those last two are pretty good. So to some of the sports, you guys have really bounced back. You know, maybe not the way it wanted to go in Tabiona, but you won. And the most important thing is winning, right? So what has really been the difference since you guys kind of fell behind record-wise in the Cokeville tournament, but since then you guys have stormed back with 4 straight wins? Go ahead and tell me what really changed for you guys.
I think we realized why we wanted to play, why we were here showing up every day after school, and why we showed up as a team, because we came in here as state champs, we all know, and we kind of just wanted to win, and I think it really affected how we played. So I think it's great to realize that we are here to have fun, come together as a team, and really just unite together.
So it's homecoming week, and like you said earlier in the interview, there is a definite different atmosphere in the gym when it's homecoming week and you guys are playing. You guys have 2 games this week during homecoming week. Talk about what the atmosphere is going to be like, because it's something I get really excited for.
The student section's always massive. It's always really fun to play for them, and I just love having the support of all the student body and what they bring to the table, whether it's a dress up or a theme or anything like that, or just the amazing cheers they give. It really hypes us all up, and it makes us perform a lot better.
On to more personal questions. What do you want out of this year? It's your senior year. Athletic-wise, academic-wise, what are some of your goals this year?
I really want to step out of my comfort zone, even in sports and all that kind of stuff. I want to put myself out there. It's my last year, so I want to try all that I can. And academics, I want to put my best foot forward and try and do my best for the future. College is coming up, and it's a big, scary thing, but I think if I put my best effort into it, I'll be where I end up, I guess.
Would you say a guy putting a microphone in your face and asking you to talk is out of your comfort zone?
Yes, very much so.
Well, I'm glad I could help. So athletics-wise, you guys have another really good team this year. You guys are very solid all around. What do you guys got to do to continue to roll? Like I said, you guys are on a 4-game win streak.
Kind of already said, but just have fun. I think we play a lot better when we're having fun together, and I love how when we're pumped up and have energy, just all the cool plays that bring momentum to the team and create us to push forward into a great game.
One last question for you. What should the world know about Hannah Scott?
She's not scared to do what needs to be done. I think I just want to go out there and put all my effort into it. I kind of talked about it with my coach the other day about using my strengths and all that kind of stuff. And I think what she needs me in there for, I'm willing to do. And I think that goes along with academics. Whatever I need to do, I'm willing to do it.
We want to thank Hannah Scott for being a part of the T7 Propane Standout Student of the Week interview on the Summit Pizza Company pregame show. This time, when we come back, we'll hear from head coach of the TINTIC Miners, Kayla Farr, on the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital pregame show, the most caring hospital on earth. You're watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as tuning in on 98.3 KADQ.
When you have an emergency, choose Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Open 24/7, the professional emergency room staff is trained for trauma, medical, cardiac, pediatric, orthopedic, and obstetric emergencies. Bear Lake Memorial is a critical access level 3 trauma center, offering immediate access to radiology, lab services, surgery, and internal medicine consults. The ER teams are well-trained professionals who are ready to act. When you have an emergency, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, the most caring hospital on earth.
The team at T7 Propane in Woodruff is always cheering for the Rich Rebels, in sports, in the classroom, and in life. For quality professional propane service, call T7 Propane in Woodruff, 435-793-4208. When you're hungry for an amazing breakfast, just like Grandma used to make, visit our bakery on Main Street in Randolph. We hand make fresh pastries for you to enjoy. Supporting the Rich Rebels and thanking you for your business, visit our bakery today.
I'm with the head coach of the TINTIC Miners. That's Coach Kayla Farr. Coach, how you doing today?
I'm good, thanks.
That's good to hear. So you guys are into the season now. What about your team so far have you liked?
Oh, I really love their dynamic as their friends. They're a good team. You know, it's a close-knit, kind of more like a family group. So I really love that about them.
When you guys need a point or need someone to step up in the huddle and deliver a message, who do you guys turn to on your roster for leadership?
I would say anyone. We have 4 seniors. So, you know, a lot of them they look up to. You know, we've got Ava Ezel. She's a great leader. Kenzie Brunson, Caprice, and Kenise Amlinson. You know, a lot of them, they all step up, and, you know, it's really close, and they really all do a really great job at that.
Where would you like to see your team improve the rest of the year as we're nearly halfway through the season? Where do you want to see them by the end of the season?
You know, I'd like to see a few more wins under our belt, but at the same time, just continuing to work together and have a good time. You know, it's hard, and I'm just their first year head coach, so just as far as they keep working together and get some more wins under our belt, we'll be good. What
are some principles of a Coach Farr team? What principles do you try to instill in your players?
I would say effort. I love, I think everybody should come to practice, with 100% putting everything in, being a good student, first of all, and then that athlete, I like them to, you're a student first, and just instilling teamwork and working together. It's all situational, and they can all come together in every situation, and, no matter what, they're winning for me.
So you guys are in a new region this year, one of your very first times playing Rich as a region opponent. What do you know about the Rebels?
I know that, they've taken the state tournament, and they're good, and they're a hard team, and I don't know much, to be honest. I'm from TINTIC, and we've never been in a region with them as long as I've been around, which is a long time. According to the past, they're a good team, and hopefully, we at least can play with them.
One final question for you, Coach. What do you guys have to do to be successful the rest of the year?
Put in the work and play together as a team, just like I think that's really important for every team, and that instills a lot of, compassion. I hope they're all passionate the rest of the season. Everybody starts to see you're really hyped up on it and wanting to play, and then, the middle of the season, it's okay. I just hope that we keep that passion and pull through tough at the end.
We want to thank Coach Kayla Farr for being a part of the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital Coaches Show. As it is when we come back, we'll have Coach Danelle Wasden on the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital Coaches Show. You're watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KADQ.
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
The best trips away from home always come when you know you're among friends. This is Coulter Patterson, General Manager at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. I invite you to stay with us every time you're here. We've got the absolute best staff. Lots of our team members have been working together for years, and we feel like we're a happy family. I guarantee you'll feel that when you come stay with us. We're always glad that you choose the Come On In, and we'll do everything to make your stay comfortable and relaxing. The Come On In Hotel and Suites is the best place to stay because we have the best staff in Casper. Come on in today.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
Success doesn't come by accident. Success requires hard work, perseverance, learning, sacrifice, and believing in yourself. Eddie and Todd Jensen established the Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho on these very principles. The students, staff, athletes, and coaches at Rich High School value these same fundamentals in education and activities, in athletics, and in life. Good luck, Rebels, from Mound Valley Cattle Company, serving customers in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming since 1997.
With the Rich Rebels varsity volleyball coach. That is Coach Nell Watson. And Coach, how you doing today?
Great, thank you.
That's good to hear. So unfortunately you weren't there on Friday or Saturday. You had training that you had to do, but just kind of talk about your reaction to the games. Obviously you don't know the nitty gritty of everything that was said in the huddles, but you guys get a straight sets victory over Wendover, who was undefeated coming in, and then you guys go to Tabiona and you win on the road, and Tabiona is not an easy place to play.
Right, yeah, Tabiona is a tough place to play, and they've got a good team this year, so really grateful for that win. And grateful that the girls could come back after losing set 3 and 4 and winning that set 5. So I was very proud of them for that. And just grateful they came out and played hard against Wendover to get that win. It's nice to get wins in our region.
So you guys have homecoming week this week. As a coach, what's the challenge of keeping everyone focused? Because there's so much going on that's so much fun, and everyone wants to celebrate the school that sometimes the athletes forget there's a game.
Yeah, that's a little bit tricky, but I want the athletes to enjoy this week. But part of enjoying it is winning as well. So I want them to come in and work hard this week. When we are in practice, it's practice time, and that's where our focus should be, and hopefully that'll help us. Hopefully they can come in that way, and hopefully that'll help us get some wins this week.
So you guys have Lyman coming in on Thursday, and Lyman's always year in, year out a very good team. This is a challenging matchup for you guys, but it's a matchup where I anticipate you guys are going to it's a matchup where you guys are going to get better. What are you looking forward to on Thursday?
I'm excited for them to play another good Wyoming team that they're going to see some great athletes and some great volleyball, great program, and I'm hoping that they can step up to the challenge and get better.
Then on Saturday, it's going to be your homecoming game, quote unquote. You guys have TINTIC. What do you know about TINTIC? And they are new to the region this year, but what do you know about them?
Honestly, I actually don't know anything. So I just want to make sure we come in ready to play Rebel volleyball.
When you're coming in against an unknown team, what's kind of the goals of trying to figure that team out as early as possible? Obviously, you guys may be able to see a couple of TINTIC games or read their scores. What do you want to learn about that team quickly in the first set?
I think the thing that we need to learn most is, honestly, it's not even about them, because I think it's a belief about volleyball for me is it's a serve-receive game and an aggressive attacking game. So if we can serve and receive that volleyball and attack and be moving on defense, we can win ball games. So I just want them to come in and do that.
You guys are going to be successful this week if you do what?
If we play aggressive and serve and receive.
We want to thank Coach Nell Watson for being a part of the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital Coaches Show. When we come back, we'll have your Ellingford Brothers keys to the game, and we'll meet your 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team.
When you're experiencing pain from an injury or pain for an unknown reason, it can negatively impact how you function every day. It's good to know that individually supervised physical therapy is available at Evanston Regional Hospital. From athletes to seniors, we assist patients with personalized treatment plans. We offer a broad range of therapies including cardiac rehab, post-surgical rehab, concussion recovery, and sports rehab. Ask your family doctor if physical therapy is right for you or call one of our therapy departments directly. Evanston Regional Hospital, helping you get your life back.
Quality is the one thing that you can always count on when you do business with Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. You always get high-quality products and friendly, knowledgeable service at Ellingford's. Stop in today, 199 County Road, Evanston.
At the Evanston Walmart, you'll find all the tools students need to succeed. Our team is committed to providing quality products and an excellent shopping experience. Stop in today, 125 North 2nd Street, Evanston. Walmart. Save money, live better.
The town of Garden City is home to beautiful Bear Lake, where families play together. We welcome you to Garden City and invite you to visit bearlake.org for places to explore and information on upcoming events year-round. The town of Garden City welcomes you as we cheer on the Rich Rebels.
When pizza is calling your name, order a Summit Pizza. With homemade dough and all fresh ingredients, every pizza is a culinary masterpiece. Owners Thad and Melissa Willis are rich high school alumni. They continue the Rebel tradition of excellence and service. Feed your taste buds, feel the happiness with a fresh homemade pizza from Summit Pizza. Don't forget the Doodles, a Summit Pizza original creation. Summit Pizza, 70 West Logan Road, Garden City.
You hear that? That's the sound your new water makes just before it gets to your bottle. You see, at Little Spring Water, they don't add a thing. It's the purest, cleanest, and healthiest water you could possibly drink. It's nature in a bottle. Little Spring Water is a family-owned and operated bottled water company right here in Utah. Nestled in a beautiful canyon in Bear Lake, this spring has been in the family for 5 generations, and now it can be in yours as well. It's high-quality premium drinking water packaged in a durable, recyclable bottle that won't spill or crack on you and can be refilled multiple times. No chemicals, no additives, just pure, clean, healthy water. And because Little Spring Water is local, you can get it at a fraction of the cost. Look for Little Spring Water at a grocery store near you. If you don't see it, ask your grocer for it by name. Little Spring Water. It's nature in a bottle.
Hi, I'm Casey Wilson. I am going to be a senior this year, and I will be playing varsity setter.
Hi, my name is Naya Jolly. I'm going to be varsity opposite, which is right side, and I'll be a senior.
I'm Janie Valentine. I'm going to be a senior, and I will be a middle blocker on varsity.
My name is Hannah Scott. I'm going to be a senior, and I am playing varsity outside hitter.
Good, it's your girl Violet Taylor, a.k.a. V-Swizzle, and this year I'll be playing varsity outside.
Hey, I'm Haiti Pugmire. I'm going to be a senior, and I'm playing middle blocker on varsity.
Hey, I'm Brinley Hatch. I'm going to be junior this year, and I play middle blocker.
Hi, I'm Cassie Argyle. I'm going to be a junior this year, and I play outside hitter.
Hi, my name is Leah Peterson, and I'm going to be a sophomore, and I'm playing outside hitter.
Bella Wheeler. I'm a sophomore. I'm probably going to play opposite.
Paige Smith, sophomore, outside hitter.
My name is Tyler Pugmire. I'll be a sophomore, and I'm playing middle.
I'm Tess Cornia. I'm a sophomore, and I'm a setter.
I'm Avery Weston. I'm a sophomore, and I play opposite.
I'm Braylon Pugmire. I'm a freshman. I'll be playing outside hitter.
I'm Lacey McKinnon, and I'm a freshman, and I'm going to be middle hitter.
I'm Molly Weston, and I'm a freshman, and I'll be playing outside hitter.
I'm Jalen Lutz. I'm going to be a freshman, and I'm a setter.
My name is Lida Taylor. I'm going to be a freshman, and I want to play middle hitter.
My name is Kelsey Heiner. I'm going to be a freshman, and I'm going to be back left.
I'm Chaisley Levitt, and I'm going to be a freshman, and I think I'm going to play JV, in middle hitter.
Welcome back inside the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. Let's check out the starting lineups for both of these teams. First, for the visiting Miners, you got number 5, senior Mackenzie Brunson. Number 6, junior Sam Grimstead. Number 10, senior Kenise Allenson. Number 12, senior Caprice Allenson. Number 14, Ava Azell. She's a senior. And rounding out the starting lineup, number 15, Mariana Pena, the junior. Kaya Farr will serve as the libero for the Miners. For the Rebels, we got number 9, Casey Wilson. Number 15, Paige Smith. Number 21, Janie Walentine. Number 25, Haiti Pugmire. And number 41, Hannah Scott. Number 40, Haiti Pugmire. 25, Violet Taylor, And a quick addition to the starting lineup, number 7, Ava Ellsworth, as the Rebels hit the floor. Quickly, Rob, before we get started, give me some keys to today's matchup brought to you by Ellingford Brothers, 800-789-1511 for all your sand, cement, and gravel needs in Evanston. What do you got for us?
Coach Tyson Larson talked about it before the football game yesterday. Just have some fun. This is a game, this homecoming week, and the intensity of this match with TINTIC is not going to be anywhere on the level it was against Lyman on Thursday. So have some fun. Number 2, I would say I want to see multiple attackers. We talked about it on Thursday with Lyman. We saw it a little bit in that third set when you started to get some kills from Haiti Pugmire and Jenny Wallentyne and Ava Ellsworth. But I think if this Rebel team is going to move forward where we want them to be, we need somebody besides Violet Taylor. She cannot be the only one that we get those kills from. And number 3, got to eliminate the errors, whether it's a service error or an unforced error. In that third set that the Rebels came close to winning against Lyman, they cleaned those up nicely compared to the first set. So those are the 3 keys I have for you tonight, Aaron.
Yeah, for the Rebels, though, despite the record differences and, being 5-0 in region, you definitely cannot take this team lightly, because that's a good way to get yourself into a dogfight at home, and that's something that you got to continue to play as well as you played against Lyman. You want to play, if you play that well, I think you're going to be successful today, and you're going to be successful most days. But you got to keep playing with that intensity and keep being better. You can't not. Just because, this team might not be as good as Lyman, that doesn't mean that you get to come in and think that and try to play a little less intense. You got to keep that intensity up. As we are ready to go. As Brunson lets go the first serve for the Miners. Rebels set it up. Taylor attacks on the left wing. Dug out nicely in the back row by Kenise Allenson. As number 12, Caprice Allenson, attacks with the left hand. She'll push it over again. Rebels with the ball back. They set up Taylor, left wing, attacks with the right hand. That's deflected down. Good dig there by Pugmire as Wilson punches it over. Good running play there by Brunson to keep the ball alive. Miners bump it over as Scott plays it in the back row. Rebels look to set up the attack, middle of the floor. Pugmire, she attacks left hand, too far out of bounds as the Miners win a very well-fought first point here in set number 1. As they go on, they go up 1-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. As it's actually Samantha Grimstead who served first and will serve again. Over net, Rebels set up Taylor. Diving effort to keep that ball alive by Kenise Allenson. Rebels push it over with Pugmire on the bump. Miners look to set up as they go middle of the floor. That's done nicely there by Azell. Rebels have it blocked back to him, but Casey Wilson tries that back corner as it's Kenise Allenson to Caprice Allenson. Played over. Rebels on the attack. Pugmire bumps it over. Good dig in the back row by Brunson. Dump set, and the Miners are up 2-0 as that was Azell who quickly pushed that over. Rebels trail 2-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard.
Love the fundamentals from the Miners.
Absolutely. They came to play. I mean, this is the same way the JV game started out. They came to play. They are not worried that they're playing the Rebels. They set up Pugmire on the opposite side. She finds the hardwood. Haiti Pugmire gets the first kill of the game for the Rebels as the Rebels go away from Taylor, and when they do, the floor opened up there for Pugmire. And Rob, there's your other attack from outside instead of the outside hitter. Pugmire serve, dug out by the Miners, played over by Azell. Rebels set up Taylor, left wing with the right hand, tips it over. That's nicely done by Grimstead to keep it alive. Casey Wilson digs it out for the Rebels. Casey Wilson can't quite get to that one as that's the second kill of the game for Ava Azell, the senior. 3-1 Miners as Mariana Pena will serve. Ball over, dug out by Scott. Ellsworth plays it to the middle of the floor where Wilson will reverse bump it over. Pena with the dig. Miners set up on the left wing for Brunson. That's read nicely by Scott. Rebels go to Taylor left wing. She unloads, and that's Violet Taylor's first kill of the matchup. 3-2 on the Station on Main scoreboard as Taylor sets up in her office on the left wing and buries that one. Casey Wilson the serve. Ball over. Dug out by Pena. Caprice Allison plays it over. Rebels on the attack. They go Wallentyne, middle of the floor, too far, out of bounds across the back line. 4-2 Miners on the Station on Main scoreboard.
Similar problem we had a little bit on Thursday night with Lyman, getting over the top of those hits from the middle of the floor.
Azell will serve. Scott digs it out for the Rebels as Taylor's going to have to bump it over from the back row. Dug out in the front of the net by Grimstead. They go to the middle of the floor for Kenise Allison. That goes into the net and down on the Minor side. Rebels pick up the point. Taylor will serve. Ball over. Diving effort from far keeps it alive as Taylor digs it out. Rebels set up the attack. Scott left wing. As that ball falls in on the Rebels side. As Scott couldn't quite get to it. The pass just a little out in front of her. As it's a lefty, Caprice Allison with the serve. Dug out by another lefty in Pugmire. Rebels go Scott left wing. That's off the net. Falls in on the Rebels side. 6-3 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Miners on top. As the Rebels looking to get going here.
Maybe a little bit of homecoming lack of energy.
As that serve dug out by Scott. They go right back to Scott as she pushes over with two hands. Dug out by Brunson. Flipped over by Grimstead. Rebels on the attack. Wallenstein, middle of the floor. It's just out of bounds across that sideline. 7-3 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Miners on top. As Rob, this is also why you can't ever take any opponent any more serious than you would the best opponents that you play, just because suddenly you're in a 4-point hole right now in the first set. As the momentum's actually on the side of Tintic as that serve goes out of bounds. Maybe that'll do a little bit to switch the momentum as that goes across the back line. It'll be Wallenstein to serve.
Jading looking for double-digit aces on the season.
Serve over, dug out by Farr. They go to Kenise Allison. That's tipped high in the air by Pugmire. Rebels set up Scott, left wing. She attacks right hand, deflected high in the air. As that's played off the ceiling, that'll be a point for the Rebels. So that ball went over the net, hit the ceiling on the Rebel side. That's why it is a point for Rich instead of a redo. If that would have been on the Minor side, they could have played as Wallenstein's serve goes out of bounds. Miners go back up by 3. But because Kenise Allison played it over, hit the ceiling, that's why that point went to the Rebels as Brunson will serve. Ball over. Dug out by Taylor. Rebels set up on the opposite side for Ellsworth. That's off of Farr, out of bounds. Ava Ellsworth picks up her first kill of the contest. And if they can get Ava going on that opposite side, that really opens up the offense. And it'll have teams shade away from Violet Taylor because they have to defend Ava as well. After the kill, Ellsworth to the line to serve. Lets it go with the right hand. Low line drive, dug out by Farr. As Pena will bump it over for the Miners. Taylor digs it out as Casey Wilson dump set finds the hardwood. As quickly with one hand, she popped it over before the Miners could readjust. Farr with a diving effort, unable to get there. 8-7 on the Station on Main scoreboard as Ellsworth to the line to serve. Serve over, dug out by Kenise Allison. As that's going to be, it's actually going to fall in on the Miners side as they had 3 hits instead of hitting it to let it fall. And we are tied at 8, but this is also where the Rebels, they seem to really shake off some of their poor starts very well, Rob.
They do.
Ellsworth will serve, ball over, dug out by Kenise Allison. They set up Caprice Allison, middle of the floor, dug out by Ellsworth. Rebels go Pugmire. She tacks from the middle of the floor, finds Farr in that back row. Pena going to the bench, makes the play, pushed over by the Miners. Rebels set up the attack. Scott left wing with the right hand, deflected high in the air. Farr with a heck of an effort to keep it alive. Miners will play it over as Taylor's let that fall out of bounds across that back line. The heck of an attempt there from Kaya Farr. She went flying through the air to keep it alive.
First lead of the set for the Rebels.
If I do remember correctly, Farr is a freshman in the libero role, as that's going to be an ace for Ellsworth as that goes over the head of Pena on the right wing. Farr stepped in at the last moment, couldn't quite get there. Rebels on top by 2.
You are correct. She is a freshman, and that is the 7th ace of the year for Ava.
Matches the number on her jersey. She looks for number 8. Ball over, dug out by Farr. Miners set up Pena. She'll attack with the left hand. Doesn't get all of that one. Goes into the net, 11-8. As the Rebels here on a 6-0 run.
I was just counting up, Aaron. You're quicker than I am.
Ellsworth, deep breath, ball in the left hand, throws it up, lets it go with the right hand. Diving effort there from Brunson to keep it alive. Diving effort from Ellsworth. Unfortunately, will go over the net, out of bounds. across that right wing sideline. As it's a great return there from Brunson as she dove to get to it. Ellsworth tried to run to the middle of the floor, make the play. He's able to get there. Unfortunately, it goes out of bounds as Kenise Allison will serve. The right-handed Allison goes out of bounds across that back line, 12-9. A good way if you're identifying them on mylocalradio.com is Kenise Allison, I believe, is the right-handed server, and Caprice is the lefty. As Pena gets an attempt, she finds the hardwood. 12-10 on the Station on Main scoreboard as the Rebels up by 2. To the line to serve, number 6, Samantha Grimstead. She lets the serve go with the right hand, dug out by Scott. Rebels go Taylor, left wing, right-handed attack. Nice dig there by Kenise Allison. She's going to get it back, bump it over. Wallenstein digs it out. Rebels set up, Pugmire, middle of the floor. She attacks too far out of bounds across that back line. As that makes it 12-11 on the Station on Main scoreboard as I adjust that. I had it backwards. Rebels on top by 1. Grimstead serves, dug out by Scott. Rebels set up Taylor, right wing, 10-foot line, tips it over. Dug out by Grimstead. Played over by Azell. Rebels look to attack. Taylor, left wing, she attacks. That's off the arms of the front line. Pena running to the bleachers, keeps it alive as it's Kenise Allison that plays it over. Scott digs it out, ball on the Rebel side. Taylor attacks, right hand. That's diving effort there from Kenise to keep it alive. Played to the middle by Pena as the Miners are able to return it. And not only return it, they're going to get a point out of it. As a couple of different times, Mariana Pena was about a step away from the bleachers, able to hold off and not go crashing into the bleachers. Great job by the Miners there to return the ball, and Rob, they've came to play as that serve is dug out by Pugmire. Rebels go to the middle of the floor where Taylor bumps it over. Miners look to set up the attack. Kenise Allison with the dig. They set up a Zell, middle of the floor. Ellsworth digs it out for the Rebels. Taylor, left wing, attacks right hand off the top of the net, falls in, as we'll check that out on the Stacey Repair instant replay as Violet Taylor attacks it with the right hand just before the diving Brunson can get to it. Rebels go back on top, 13-12 on the Station on Main scoreboard. That serve is going to fall in for an ace as the Rebels will pick up the point, 14-12.
Haiti leads the Rebels with 24 aces, make that now 25.
As lefty back to the line to serve. Steps into it, lets it go with the left hand. Diving effort keeps it alive from the Miners. Pena back to the middle where Azell bumps it over. Rebels look to set up the attack. They go Taylor, left wing. She attacks that ball, and that's down to the hardwood. As you can see, Violet Taylor's approach there on a good pass from Casey Wilson. That ball, as they hit the replay a little early on the anticipation, but that ball finds the hardwood in between all 6 defenders. That Pugmire serve dug out in the back row by Brunson. Caprice Allison bumps it over. Rebels go to the middle of the floor for Wallenstein, just a little bit out in front of her. Tried to punch it over, falls in on the Rebel side, 15-13 as Pena will serve. Ball served into the net. Rebels will get the serve back, 16-13 on a Station on Main scoreboard as that sends Wilson to the line. Rebels up 3. As Wilson lets it go, ball over, dug out by Kenise Allison. They go to Brunson as she attacks from the left wing. That's punched over by Ellsworth. Miners on the attack. Caprice Allison will bump it over where the Rebels set up. Pugmire digs it out. They go Taylor, left wing, and she taps that over with the left hand. Crafty kill there from Violet Taylor as she reaches over and slaps at it. And you know, Rob, when she winds up like that and then slaps at it with the left hand, it has that effect of expecting the fastball, getting the changeup, and right there, Taylor gets the kill. Attack from Caprice Allison, dug out by the Rebels. Wallenstein attacks from the middle of the floor. Miners dig it out. They will push it over with Azell as she attacks that ball too hard, out of bounds across the back line. We're actually going to get a deflection as that will be actually a kill for Azell. Miners pull it in 3 as she'll go to the line to serve. Attacks with the right hand. Ball over, dug out by Taylor. They go right back to her. Left wing attack, right hand. That's down as Violet Taylor picks up the kill. Let's check that out on the Stacey Repair instant replay. As you can see, a diving effort in the back row by, I believe, Azell. No avail. 18-14 on the Station on Main scoreboard as that serve over the net, tapped down by Wallenstein as that ball was kind of put on a platter there for Janie as she attacked, as it's 19-14 on the Station on Main scoreboard with Taylor to serve. Ball over. Pena digs it out. They set up Brunson as she attacks. Scott with a nice lunging dig. They're going to go right back to Scott as she attacks from the left wing. That's just across that back line. Out of bounds. Miners will pick up the point, and the Rebels just have to calibrate a little bit as they're just missing some of their spots on their attacks. Caprice Allenson will serve. Ball over, dug out by Taylor, as Caprice is the lefty between the Allensons. As they go to Ellsworth, she attacks off the front line, out of bounds. Ava Ellsworth, her second kill of the contest. 20-15 on the Station on Main scoreboard.
Match their biggest lead of the set.
Sends Wallenstein to the line to serve. Ball over, far with the dig. As they set up Kenise Allenson. She hits it from the middle of the floor, finds that back right corner. Diving effort from Taylor to no avail. 20-16 on the Station on Main scoreboard. That'll send Brunson to the line to serve.
Kenise leads her TINTIC team with the most kills.
Serve goes awry off the hand of Brunson. She got the side of the ball into the net. Rebels will get the serve back as Ellsworth will serve. 21-16 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Ellsworth, a couple of dribbles of the ball. Deep breath, releases with the right hand. Dug out by Farr. Miners set up Pena, left wing. She attacks. That's down in the back corner. Heck of an attack there from Pena. 21-17 on the Station on Main scoreboard as Brunson. There's actually a little confusion on who will serve. Farr will check out. Azell will check in with Kenise Allenson to serve. Attacks with the right hand, dug out by Scott. Rebels go right back to Scott, left wing attack, right hand, off the arms of Caprice Allenson, out of bounds. Scott with the kill, 22-17 on the Station on Main scoreboard as she will serve. Rebels have gone back to that rotation of all seniors as there haven't been any subs for the Rebels. Scott serve, dug out by Brunson. As they go to Grimstead, middle of the floor, bumped over. Rebels on the attack. They go Taylor, left wing with the right hand. That's off the arms of Brunson so hard it deflects off the back wall on the far side. 23-17 as, see the smoke trail behind that one.
Violet's sixth kill set so far.
Scott will serve. Serve over, dug out by Caprice Allenson. Middle of the floor for Azell. She attacks. Scott with the dig. Rebels set up the middle of the floor for Pugmire. She attacks. That's off the arms of Kenise Allenson to the back wall. 24-17. Rebels on top with set point in the hand of Hannah Scott. Scott attacks with a jump serve. That's into the net. If the Rebels want to win the set, they'll have to do it on the return. 24-18 on the Station on Main scoreboard. They send Grimstead to the service line. Couple of dribbles, attacks, ball over. Dug out by Scott. As the Rebels set up Pugmire on the opposite side with the right hand. Pena digs it out. It's bumped around to Caprice Allenson, who bumps it over. Rebels set up the attack. They go left wing. Taylor, she attacks. That's off the front line and down to the floor, as we'll check that out on the Stacey Repair instant replay. Pretty fitting that Violet Taylor picks up the final kill of the set. Rebels win this one 25-18 as you are watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KDQ.
Great signage is an important component to any successful business. It lets your customers know they have arrived at your doors, and it's a constant advertisement of who you are. When you install LED signage, you're taking it one step further. The ability to create color messages that move is an attention grabber. Plus, you can change the message whenever you would like. Make your business stand out with an LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign, providing service, installation, and maintenance on all signage. Rocky Mountain Sign, licensed in Wyoming and Utah. Call today for a quote, 307-789-5202.
Established in 1872, Woodruff, Utah has a long history of good neighbors helping each other succeed. Woodruff was built with hard work, integrity, and a sense of community that can be felt every time you visit. We have always celebrated all students in academics and extracurricular activities, and we cheer on our Rich Rebels.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
The best trips away from home always come when you know you're among friends. This is Coulter Patterson, General Manager at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. I invite you to stay with us every time you're here. We've got the absolute best staff. Lots of our team members have been working together for years, and we feel like we're a happy family. I guarantee you'll feel that when you come stay with us. We're always glad that you choose the Come On In, and we'll do everything to make your stay comfortable and relaxing. The Come On In Hotel and Suites is the best place to stay because we have the best staff in Casper. Come on in today.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth as we are ready to go in set number 2. Cassie Argyle with the first serve goes into the net. Miners go on top 1-0 here in set number 2 as we'll get to the 6 on the floor for the Rebels. That's a little bit different than in the first set as that serve by Grimstead goes over the net. They attack with Paige Smith left wing out of bounds 2-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard as 6 on the floor for the Rebels. You got number 3, Leah Peterson, number 6, Tess Cornea, number 11, Cassie Argyle. Tyla Pugmire, who gets the dig, number 10, Brenly Hatch as they go to Peterson. She attacks, that's down on the back corner. It's a great attack there from Leah Peterson off the bench, making an impact. But you got Brenly Hatch, Paige Smith, Tess Cornea across the front line, Leah Peterson, Cassie Argyle, Tyla Pugmire in the back line as Peterson serve over the net, dug out by Grimstead, but it falls in and robbed. Leah Peterson into the game, 1 kill, 1 ace.
There you go. Had a senior maybe homecoming tradition there, throwing in the JV squad for the second set.
Ball over as they go to Caprice Allenson. Diving effort from Peterson to no avail. Miners on top, 3-2 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Sends Pena to the line to serve. Rebels up 1-0 in sets as they win the first set 25-18. We are tied at 3 after Pena didn't quite get all of that one.
And a switch Bray Pugmire for her sister Tyla. So there's your third Pugmire into the match.
Ball over, dug out by Kenise Allenson. Pushed over by Caprice. Rebels set up. They go Smith, left wing. She attacks, blocked right back into her face as Azell is able to tap it over for the kill. 4-3 Miners on the Station on Main scoreboard. As Azell will serve. Couple dribbles. Attacks that ball, dug out by Argyle. They go Smith, left wing. She attacks that, falls in as Paige Smith picks up the kill. 4-4 on the Station on Main scoreboard. As we get another substitution.
Molly Weston, number 5.
As she'll check in for Argyle. Smith with the serve, dug out by Azell. Caprice Allenson bumps it over. Rebels on the attack. They go right to Weston off the bench with the right hand and has a kill. And if I'm not mistaken, Rob, I think that could be Molly's first varsity kill.
I would think so.
Smith back to the line to serve. Azell out far in on the Tintic side. Pena with the dig as they set up Brunson left wing. She attacks. Paige Smith digs that out as Weston will attack from the 10-foot line. Pushes it over. Read well by Grimstead. Brunson, left wing, right hand attack, too far out of bounds across that back line. 6-4 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Rebels on top with Smith to the line to serve. Ball over, dug out by Farr. It's bumped over the net. Weston tips it, read well by Grimstead. Caprice Allenson pushes it over. Middle of the floor attack for Brenly Hatch. Dances around the net. Good effort there by Caprice to keep it alive for the moment. Unfortunately for the Niners, it falls in on their own side. The Rebels pick up the point, 7-4 on the Station on Main scoreboard. As Smith will serve. Ball over. Dug out by Pena. They set up Brunson, left wing. She attacks. That's a good read there by Weston. She'll get the attack on the left wing. Actually, it's Hatch who bumps it over. Ball was played in the middle of the floor. An attack from Kenise Allenson into the net. 8-4 on the Station on Main scoreboard. And Rob, this could very well be what the varsity roster looks like next year, as there's 6 seniors on the team. Ball over by Smith. Dug out by Farr. They set up Caprice Allenson. Nice read there by Peterson. They attack with Weston. She's blocked. Hatch is able to clear it, though. Pena digs it out. Minor set up. Brunson, left wing, right-handed attack. That's off the antenna, out of bounds, as Rebels go on top 9-4 on the Station on Main scoreboard.
If you throw Nyla Jolly in there, you've actually got 7 seniors.
That would be correct, as Smith served, dug out by Farr. They set up Caprice Allenson. That finds Cornea in the back row. Peterson will bump it over from the back line. Dug out by Brunson. They go right back to her. She'll attack. That's a good read by Smith. She digs it out middle of the back row. Hatch with the middle of the floor attack. Finds the hardwood, as Brentley Hatch with precision right there. Instead of coming at it with power, she tips it over to the empty side of the floor on that right wing sideline. Rebels on top 10-4 on the Station on Main scoreboard, with Smith back to the line to serve. Ball over, dug out by Farr. As they go Brunson left wing, she pushes over with 2 hands. Weston digs it out. Tascornia trying to dump set. Pena reads that out. Bumped over by Grimstead. Smith with a dig. They set up opposite side as it's Pugmire. She's blocked but is able to bump it over. That's Braylon Pugmire. Set up Brunson, left wing attack. Read well by Smith. Pushed over by Cornea. Miners with the ball, looking to set up the attack. Middle of the floor for Kenise Allenson. Finds the arms of Cornea. Hatch will attack middle of the floor, goes opposite side, finds the hardwood, as we'll check that out. Last attack, Brentley Hatch picked on the right side of the floor. This time she goes to the left side, finds the hardwood on the Stacey Repair. Instant replay. 11-4 on the Station on Main scoreboard as Smith will serve, ball over. Dug out by Farr. Caprice Allenson with the attack, dug out by Smith. They go Weston, left wing. She punches at it. Pena with the dig. As that goes over, Braylon Pugmire tips it over. Miners read it. Caprice to Kenise on the attack. Allenson can't find the hardwood. She finds Cornea. Hatch will attack. That one's off the arms of Grimstead, out of bounds. As don't look now, Rob. Brentley Hatch has 3 kills, and the Rebels have forced a timeout at 12-4. You're watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com. When we come back, we'll have the rest of the second set for you.
The Hometown Drive-In has been helping families celebrate and create happy memories at beautiful Bear Lake for generations. With amazing burgers, fries, and other Hometown Drive-In favorites, the food is always delicious, and everyone in the family will find something they love. Whenever you're at Bear Lake, make sure you stop. Beautiful blue water and Bear Lake raspberry shakes have been making people smile for generations. Put a smile on your face at the Hometown Drive-In, Bear Lake.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth, as we are in the middle of the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com. Let's set the floor again for the Rebels. Smith, Cornea, Peterson across the back line, Braylon Pugmire, Hatch, and Weston across the front line. Excuse me, Brayley Pugmire, as I apologize for that. Dug out by Farr as they set up Caprice Allenson. Dug out by Peterson. Cornea goes back to the back line to keep it alive. Hatch bumps it over. Farr with the dig. Miners on the attack. They set up Kenise Allenson, middle of the floor. Read nicely by Smith. Weston will attack from the left wing. Finds the sideline, as that's a great attack there from Molly Weston. Falling away out of bounds. As you know, you can compare that to a fadeaway in basketball. She's able to find the sideline as Smith back to the line to serve. The Rebels have done a lot of damage with Smith at the service line. Farr digs it out as it's bumped over by Caprice. Rebels on the attack. Middle of the floor for Hatch. Tips it, and that's going to fall in as Brentley Hatch. We'll check that out on the Stacey Repair instant replay. Tips it over. That's a great attack there.
11-0 run, Aaron.
14-4 on the Station on Main scoreboard as Farr digs it out. That's Caprice Allenson on the attack. That's blocked. Miners keep it alive. Farr with the attack. Dug out by Smith. Rebels set up. Pugmire. She tips it over. Pena reads that well. Back to the sideline as that's off the front line from the Brunson attack, out of bounds as the Miners end the 11-0 run. They go ahead. And they will send Caprice Allenson to the line. Lefty attacks, dug out by Peterson in the middle of the back row. Rebels go. Hatch, she attacks off the arm of Pena, kept alive. Brunson with the attack, tipped high in the air. Cornea reads it well. Rebels set up Weston, she pushes it over. That's blocked. That's bumped along the line, tapped at the wall as a battle for it. Hatch and Allenson as we'll get into the net called against Hatch. As a couple of different times there, Kenise Allenson, Brenley Hatch went at it at the summit of the mountain. Unfortunately, the second time Hatch bumped the net. Caprice Allenson serves. That's going to go too far out of bounds across the back line. Didn't quite get on top of that one. 15-6. On the station on main scoreboard, Hatch to serve. Ball over, dug out by Farr as it's returned by Caprice Allenson. Or make that Kenise. Rebels set up. Weston attacks left wing, dug out by Pena. As they go to Brunson, left wing. She finds the hardwood down that left wing sideline. 15-7 on the station on main scoreboard. Rebels still up by 8.
I need a new score sheet, Aaron. All these juniors and sophomores and freshmen are going to make my sheet a little short.
It's going to make the stat recap at the end pretty long, too. Weston digs out the serve. They go to Peterson, middle of the floor attack. That's just across that back line on the right wing side. Peterson just misses that corner. 15-8 on the station on main scoreboard. And you know, Brunson with the serve, Weston with the dig. As a dump set from Cornea, Farr and Brunson run into each other. It goes into the net. Kept alive there by Grimstead. Great defensive play by the Miners. Rebels set up Weston on the attack off the hands of Caprice Allenson to the floor as Weston has another kill. Rob, these, you know, they play in the JV game, but they're playing varsity minutes right now, and they don't look scared. They look like they're embracing the opportunity, and they're doing very well as Braley Pugmire serves. Dug out by Pena, right back to Pugmire. Rebels set up. Weston attacks left wing. That's off the hands of the front line. Dug out by Farr as the Miners do a good job to play it over. Pugmire digs it out. Set up Weston, left wing attack. That's dug out by Farr in the back row by the Miners. Pena will attack it from the left wing. Diving in from Hatch keeps it alive. Weston attacks left wing. Off the arm of Pena, whistle blows into the net called against the Miners. 17-8 on the station on main scoreboard as Pugmire will serve again. 6 on the floor for the Rebels. Braley Pugmire, Brenley Hatch, Paige Smith, Molly Weston, Leah Peterson, Tess Cornea. Pugmire's serve goes out of bounds across that back line. Just a little too much on that one, 17-9, as we'll get a substitution. Pugmire for Pugmire, Tyla for Braley. Kenise Allison will serve. Jump serve with the right hand. Dug out by Smith. Rebels set up Peterson, middle of the floor, tips it over. Kept alive for the moment by Brunson. Bumped over by the Miners. Rebels on the attack. They set up Weston, left wing. She attacks. Diving effort from Brunson to keep it alive. Miners play it over. Smith digs it out. Rebels attack. Peterson, middle of the floor, off the arm. Kept alive by the Miners. Can't quite get to the third hit. As that attack from Peterson off the arm of Kenise Allenson was a line drive back at Azell, who did a good job to keep the ball in the air for the moment. 18-9 on the station on main scoreboard as Cassie Argyle checks in for Molly Weston. Argyle right to the line to serve. Lets the serve go, ball over, dug out by Brunson. They go middle of the floor for Azell to attack. Argyle with a nice dig in the back row. Peterson will attack middle of the floor, finds the hardwood as she goes over the middle. Backline attacker finds the hardwood by about the basketball free throw line. 19-9 on the station on main scoreboard. As Argyle's serve goes out of bounds across the back line. 19-10 on the station on main scoreboard. They'll send Grimstead to the line to serve for the Miners. She attacks, ball over. Dug out by Pugmire, ball over the net. Pena digs it out for the Miners to go right to her, attacking from the right wing. Unfortunately, she didn't get around that ball as she attacks it down the net line. That'll be on the side of the Miners. 20-10 on the station on main scoreboard as Peterson will serve. That goes out of bounds across the right wing sideline. 20-11 on the station on main scoreboard as Farr is going to check in for Pena. Farr, a couple of dribbles, approaches, serves with the right hand. That's a good serve that sends Pugmire to the floor, diving, keep it alive. Bumped over by Hatch. Farr with the dig. They set up a Zell, middle of the floor. Argyle digs that out nicely. Smith attacks left wing. That goes into the net, or it's actually blocked as Hatch got a second effort to try to keep it alive as she hit it into the net. Rebels unable to keep it alive. Farr will serve again. Ball over, dug out by Tyler Pugmire. Rebels set up the attack, middle of the floor for Hatch. That's going to fall in as Brenley Hatch with another kill. 21-12 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Rob, how many is that for Brenley?
That is 5.
As the Pugmires switch out, Tyler for Braley. Cornea serves it over, dug out by Farr. As they set up Caprice, middle of the floor attacks. Cornea runs to the back line, keeps it alive. Rebels, great defense there to keep the play alive. Miners look to set up the attack again. Left wing, Brunson over the head of Cornea and down on the back corner. 21-13 on the Station on Main scoreboard as that's a nice attack by Brunson down the left wing sideline that pulls the Miners with an 8.
Kenzie's 3rd kill of the set.
Azell serves it over, dug out by the Rebels. They go Smith, attacks left hand, tipped, and that's going to fall in. Little miscommunication there as Kenise Allison tried to reach back with her hand to play that ball. She tipped it away from her teammate Grimstead, who was standing behind her. A little miscommunication there in the favor of the Rebels as Smith will serve, ball over, dug out by Brunson, back to the Rebels side. Cornea digs it out. They go middle of the floor for Hatch, tips it with the left hand, read well by Brunson. She keeps it alive. Brunson will attack from the left wing, that finds the arms of Smith in the back row, off of her arms, out of bounds, into the student section. Off a Jaden Dash. Point will go to the Miners. Of course, the Rebels football team yesterday picking up a 35-0 win over the Kemmer Rangers. Ball over. That's served by Caprice Allenson. Dug out by Peterson. They go Weston on the attack. Off the arms of Azell in the back row. Kept alive. Right back to Azell. Tries to bump it over from the back line. Goes out of bounds. 23-14 on the Station on Main scoreboard as Hatch will serve. Hatch attacks. Dug out by Azell. Dump set from Grimstead. Read well by Cornea as Weston will push it over with the left hand. Read there by Caprice as Kenise Allenson will attack. That goes out of bounds across the sideline on the left wing side. 24-14 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Hatch has set point in her hands. Ball over, dug out by Azell. Miners set up Pena, left wing, attacks from the 10-foot line, finds the arms of Smith, middle of the back row. Weston attacks left wing, off the arms of Pena, kept alive by the Miners. Brunson pushes it over. Rebels attack, middle of the floor. Peterson trying to find the back corner. Instead, finds the arms of Allenson as it's Kenise on the attack. Rebels set up Weston. She attacks right hand. Nicely read by Azell. Brunson will attack left wing for the Miners. Hatch digs it out. Cornea keeps it alive for Weston, who tried to push it over. Let that ball travel a little too low for her, a push attack, as that's going to fall in on the Rebels side into the net. As Mackenzie Brunson will serve. 24-15 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Ball off the tape. Good read there by Weston to keep it alive. They go right back to Weston. Left wing attack. And that will do it for us here in the second set as Molly Weston finds the hardwood in between two back row defenders from that left wing. As you are listening to the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KDQ.
Welcome to the town of Randolph, located in northern Utah. The first group of settlers came from St. Charles, Idaho in March of 1870. We are a town of great extremes, from 90 degrees in the summer to minus 40 degrees in the winter, and we hold the record for the coldest temperature ever recorded in Utah at minus 50 degrees. Randolph is a small, friendly community that strives to preserve our rural heritage and small town feel. Enjoy the feeling each time you visit Randolph. Go Rebels!
Rich School District has a legendary history of student success in the classroom and in other areas. Over 70% of Rich High students are involved in extracurricular activities. Participation in the classroom, on the field, in the gym, or on the stage helps students reach their potential. Working together with students, the community, and an amazing staff, we have the opportunity to build tomorrow's leaders. Rich School District, focusing on success, one student at a time.
The Hometown Drive-In has been helping families celebrate and create happy memories at beautiful Bear Lake for generations. With amazing burgers, fries, and other Hometown Drive-In favorites, the food is always delicious and everyone in the family will find something they love. Whenever you're at Bear Lake, make sure you stop. Beautiful blue water and Bear Lake raspberry shakes have been making people smile for generations. Put a smile on your face at the Hometown Drive-In, Bear Lake.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Flames Tires broadcast booth as we're in the middle of 2023 varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com. As the Rebels hit the floor, it's the starting 6 from the first set, as it's going to be Wilson, Haiti Pugmire, Wallentyne, Taylor, Scott, and Ellsworth to hit the floor for the Rebels. And, of course, we talked about having 3 Pugmires on the bench last Saturday being probably one of the first times ever. How about 3 sisters playing in the same volleyball game? As, that's got to be something that may have never happened before here at Rich High School.
I'm going to make it even worse for you, Aaron, because you actually got 5 Pugmires because Bridget and Tyler, their parents, are the line judges.
That's definitely a record. If there's ever been 5 family
members.
Obviously, they're not brother and sister, but 5 family members on the floor at the same time before. I don't know if that's ever happened, but it's the starters from set 1. As that younger rotation came in, as we said most of the JV players, but obviously right now they were varsity players and they made themselves very at home as they played very, very well. It'll be Grimstead to serve for the Miners, goes into the net. First time the Rebels score the first point of the set in the contest, as Haiti Pugmire will serve. Ball over, dug out by Brunson as they set up on the opposite side for Caprice Allenson. Call into the net against the Rebels, 1-1. If
got Jenny Wallentyne on that one, I think.
Coach Wadson was ever feeling evil, she put all 3 Pugmires into the game, and that would make our job really hard. Pena with the serve. Rebels set up Taylor, left wing. She attacks. That's down on the hardwood. 2-1 on the Station on Main scoreboard as Taylor picks up her first kill since the first set. Last year at the 1A state preview, Coach Lundgren put all 3 of the Argyles out on the floor at the same time as the Rebels serve it over. Miners do a good job on the attack, as that's a good attack by Caprice Allenson. Ties it at 2. Then you have Cassie, and Ellie all on the floor at the same time.
Though not 3 sisters, though, Aaron.
No. But 3 of the last same names.
There you go.
Dug over by Scott. They set up Wallentyne, outside hitter. She attacks. That's off the arms of Azell in the back row. Kenise Allenson bumps it over. Rebels set up again as they go Taylor, outside attack. She attacks. That's off the arms of Azell. Good dig there by Azell. Pena is able to play it. It's a great job by Pena running to the bleachers to keep it alive. Taylor attacks right hand again. This time that falls in again. 3-2 Rebels on the Station on Main scoreboard as we check out the Stacy's Repair instant replay as Taylor finds the hardwood. We go back to our live cam. Taylor will serve, and I like that they had Janie attack from the outside spot, Rob. That's another mix-up of the attack. Brunson digs out the Taylor serve. She'll attack, finds Taylor. That's off the ceiling. Wilson keeps it alive as Pugmire will bump it over. Farr digs it out. They set up Caprice Allison. Far side finds the corner, as that was a heck of an attack there from Caprice Allison. Makes it 3-3. We had a play earlier in the game where the ball hit the ceiling. Play was dead, and the Rebels got the point. That time the ball hits the ceiling on the Rebels side. It stays on the Rebels side so they can play it. If it would have went over, it would have been point Miners off of that attack. The serve off the hands of Pugmire. Wilson gets to the ball to hit it twice to at least erase the ace. Miners go on top, 4-3. Caprice Allenson back to the line. Ball over. Dug out by Pugmire. Rebels set up the attack. Wallenstein from the right wing. She mishits that one into the net. 5-3 on the Station on Main scoreboard as Caprice Allenson back to the line to serve. Serve with the left hand, dug out by Pugmire. Rebels go Scott, left wing, 10-foot line attack, deflected. Pena does a good job trying to keep it alive, as I think that deflection changed the trajectory of the ball, and Pena did the best she could to try to keep it in the air, as it looked like that kind of tailed on her last second. Wallenstein will serve, 5-4. Credit Scott with the kill in that last rally. Pena digs out the serve. Farr's going to bump it off the tape, as Pugmire does a good job. She spun around to keep the ball alive. Attack from Grimstead finds Wallenstein as Wilson keeps it alive. Unfortunately, Scott just trying to play it. Hit a low line drive down trying to get the ball in the air. But, you know, Pugmire made a pretty good play there. She had her back turned to the ball. It hit the net. She was able to reach around and flip it back over. Live to fight another play. That's going to go as an ace for Mackenzie Brunson. 7-4 Miners on the Station on Main scoreboard.
First ace for the Miners for the match.
Make that the second ace. 8-4 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Miners have doubled up the Rebels here in set number 3. Brunson serve over, dug out by Wallenstein. Rebels set up Scott, left wing attack, as she attacks with the right hand down the left wing sideline, as they're going to call that in on that sideline. 8-5 on the Station on Main scoreboard, as Hannah Scott unloaded on that one.
She was practicing that in the warm-ups, and that is exactly where she was trying to go.
Ellsworth will serve. A couple of deep breaths. Ball in the air, right hand, as into the net. 9-5 Miners on the Station on Main scoreboard, as Azell checks in for Farr. Kenise Allenson. Right-handed serve, as we're going to get a line violation. She stepped on the line on the serve. Rebels get the point, 9-6 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Couple of times the Miners have done that today. First time it's been called.
Yeah, I was going to say there's been a couple of them before, but Tyler threw the flag on that one.
Scott will serve, ball over, dug out by Grimstead. They set up Pena. She tips it with the left wing, deflected. Diving effort from Taylor, keeps it alive. Somehow stays on her own side. Pena will attack left wing, dug out by Scott. Rebels set up. They go Taylor, left wing attack, right hand. That's pounded, but it's blocked right back to her. Taylor bumps it in the air. Pugmire will push it over from the 10-foot line. Diving effort from Brunson, unable to keep that ball alive, as Haiti Pugmire will get the kill there. Goes off Brunson sideways, out of bounds. 9-7 Miners on the Station on Main scoreboard, as Scott will serve. Scott approaches, right-handed jump serve, ball over, dug out. Off the arms, actually, of Caprice Allenson, back row. Hannah Scott gets the the ace as it goes sideways towards the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. Scott back to the line to serve. She'll attack. Ball over the net. Dug out by Brunson. They set up Pena on the left wing. She'll reverse bump it over to Ellsworth. Rebels set up the attack. Left wing. Taylor slaps that out with the left hand. Good read there by Kenise Allenson. Unfortunately, she couldn't keep it in bounds. You could see that Allenson, as soon as Violet wound up, saw where the ball was, she ran to the spot where Violet usually slaps it with the left hand. Got her arms to it, couldn't keep it in bounds. Kill Taylor as that serve goes into the net. 10-9 on the Station on Main. That last kill goes to Violet Taylor for the Rebels. As Grimstead will serve. Miners lead by 1 on the Station on Main scoreboard, 10-9. Ball over, dug out by Scott. Rebels set up the attack. They go opposite side for Pugmire. Deflected out of bounds as Haiti Pugmire with the kill. And Rob, it's what you called for earlier in the pregame show, and you're getting a lot of that as the Rebels are moving the ball around and attacking from different spots with different players. Pugmire serve, dug out by Kenise Allenson. Caprice Allenson attacks with the left hand. That's blocked by Wallenstein. She plays it high in the air as Taylor punches out the left hand. Diving up from Grimstead, diving up from Pugmire, keeps it alive. As a reach back, kept alive. That hits the ground, though, as Ava Ellsworth tried to get there. A couple of really great defensive plays, one by the Rebels, one by the Miners. Unfortunately for the Rebels, ball falls in on the Miners side, on the Rebels side. Miners go back up by 1 as Pena serves. Ball over, dug out by Pugmire. Rebels set up, middle of the floor, Wallenstein. She attacks, Pena with the dig. as Wallenstein had a tip attempt, could not get it over the net. Falls in. Miners on top, 12-10 on the Station on Main scoreboard.
Just barely over the net.
Pena will serve. Lets it go. Right hand. Ball over. Dug out by Taylor. Rebels are going to go right back to Taylor. Left wing. Right hand. That's off the arm of Pena. Off the back wall. Credit Violet Taylor with another kill.
Number 11 for the match.
And of course,
in 2 sets.
I was going to say, that kills per set's going to go up. Wilson serves, ball over. Diving effort to keep it alive by Pena and Caprice Allenson. Rebel set up Taylor. She attacks. That's deflected off that front line, out of bounds. Give Violet Taylor another kill, 12-12 on the Station on Main scoreboard.
She averages 3.7 a set, and she's now sitting at 12 with 2 sets. So,
got to take my shoes off with that 6 per. Serve over, dug out by Pena. Bumped over by Caprice Allenson. Rebel set up the attack. Ellsworth on the right wing. Deflected. That falls in, and Ava Ellsworth continues her impressive day from the attack as she has another kill, 13-12 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Wilson serves. That's deflected high in the air. Pena's able to keep it alive. Bumped over. Oh, that hit the ceiling as the Miners get a little bit of a tough break there. That ball was heading for the Rebels side. On the Grimstead bump, it hit the ceiling and kind of died in on the Miners side. Rebels will take it. They lead 14-12. That's an ace for Casey Wilson as she attacked cross court from the right wing side. Diving effort from Azell. Was unable to keep it alive, but she got her arms to it. 15-12 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Wilson with the serve. Pena runs in with the dig. As a dump set from Ellsworth, read nicely there by Canese. They set up Brunson left wing side, and she will pick up the kill as she finds the hardwood middle of the floor. As here comes a wholesale lineup change for the Rebels. As checking into the game, Braylee Pugmire, Brenley Hatch, Tess Cornea, Leah Peterson, Cassie Argyle, and Paige Smith. As it's 15-13 on the Station on Main scoreboard.
Putting the official to work as she tries to make sure all of these get into the books.
As Violet Taylor, last one off the floor. As you can see the excitement on the face of Violet Taylor, seeing the younger players come in. You love to see that from one of your leaders, as Violet Taylor's had a great night. Serve over, dug out by Argyle. Rebel set up the attack. Smith attacks left wing and just out of bounds across that right wing sideline. 15-14 Miners on the Station on Main scoreboard. But this is valuable time for the program. It's no secret the Rebels have a lot of seniors, and the program will continue after this year. Peterson with the dig. Rebels set up Smith, left wing. She attacks. That's off the arms of Azell. Diving effort from Brunson to try to keep it alive as she goes into the scorer's table. 16-14 on the Station on Main scoreboard. As they'll set up that kill as Argyle will check out. Weston will check in, as I believe that last kill went to Peterson, correct?
Correct.
Smith will attack. Ball over. Smith, that's right. Dug out by Farr. Caprice Allenson bumps it over. Smith with a dig. Rebels set up. Middle of the floor. Hatch, she'll attack. That's another kill for Brenley Hatch. 16-15 on the Station on Main scoreboard. And I think, Rob, we've talked about this off air a couple of times. I think in most programs, Brenley Hatch is the varsity starter right now. Unfortunately for her, she's behind a stacked senior squad. Diving up from far, keep it alive as Caprice Allenson gets her arms to it to take away the ace from Paige Smith. It's now 18-14 on the Station on Main scoreboard.
The Rebels had an 11-0 run last time Paige was at the service line.
Her serve over the net, dug out by Farr. They set up Caprice Allenson. She attacks Smith with a dig. Cornea retreats to play it to the middle of the floor where Pugmire, Braylee type, will bump it over. Set up the attack for Canese Allenson from the middle of the floor. That's too far out of bounds across that back line. Smith back to the line to serve. 19-14 on the Station on Main scoreboard. As a sophomore lets it go, right hand. Ball over off of Farr. A couple of Miners get to it as Grimstead tried to play it. Diving effort from Caprice Allenson. Couldn't quite get the ball. 20-14 on the Station on Main scoreboard as Smith will serve. Ball over. A little too far over as it goes over the back line. Out of bounds. 20-15 on the Station on Main scoreboard as Caprice Allenson will serve. She attacks. Ball over, dug out by Smith. Rebels set up Weston, or make that hatch with the left hand, tips it over. Read by Brunson, dump set, diving effort from Cornea keeps it alive. Rebels able to play it over with Pugmire. Pena digs it out on the Miners side. They go Brunson, left wing. She attacks off the arms of Cornea. But let's check out that play that Cornea made just before the kill from the Miners on the Stacy's Repair instant replay. Would have been a heck of an effort to keep the play alive. The Miners do score.
Kenzie Brunson's 6th kill of the match for the Miners.
As Caprice Allenson will serve. Ball over. Rebels attack middle of the floor with Hatch. That's just on that back line. As Rebels will get the point. 21-17 on the station on main scoreboard. That ball looks like it may have caught the deepest part of that back line. As it's dug out, or the serve by Hatch, dug out by Farr. Played over, Weston with the dig. They go right back to Molly. Weston attacks right hand, that goes into the net. 21-17 on the station on main scoreboard as Allie Young's gonna check in for Caprice Allenson on the Miners side. As Coach Farr getting a couple of players into the game. Serve over by Brunson. Rebels set up Pugmire, left wing side, Farr with the dig. Pushed over by Allenson. As they're going to call a double hit on Allenson, as that's Kenise Allenson still in the game. Braylee Pugmire to the line to serve. Ball over. That is off the arms of the back row player, Cartello, who's also fresh in the game. Peterson will bump it over. Miners look to set up the attack as it's Allenson with the right hand. Off the arms of Pugmire. Actually get into the net called against the Rebels. As the Pugmires are going to switch out the younger two. Braley checks out. Tyla checks in. As we'll send Kenise Allenson to the line to serve. 22-18 on the station on main scoreboard. Ball over, dug out by Pugmire. As that's a dump set, read well in the back row by Grimstead. An attack from Cartello is going to fall in, and she'll pick up the kill. The Miners bench explodes for that. As Allenson will serve again. Ball over with the right hand, dug out by Pugmire. They set up Weston, who pushed it over, two hands down the sideline. Crafty play there by Weston, as Molly Weston picks up the kill before she heads to the bench. Check out for Cassie Argyle. Argyle will serve. 23-19 on the station on main scoreboard. Rebels 2 points away from taking care of this one. Ball over, dug out by Brunson. Middle of the floor attack from Azell goes into the net, and the Rebels are 1 point away from a three-set sweep here on homecoming as Argyle will serve. Ball over, dug out by Allenson as the Miners are unable to get to it. As that'll do it for us here as you are watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in at 98.3 KADQ. More from the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth after this.
Buying or selling real estate can be fun, especially when you have a realtor that's working hard on your behalf. Gary McKee and the team at Bear Lake Realty have unparalleled industry knowledge, experience, and local expertise. The team at Bear Lake Realty will work to get you the best price. Whatever you're looking for, buying or selling, residential, commercial, year-round living, half shares, quarter shares, or income property, hire the best real estate company, Bear Lake Realty. Log on today, bearlakerealty.com.
Welcome back to Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. We did not get a chance to do the fan cam because there were no timeouts in that third set as we check out some of the fans still remaining after the Rebels pick up the victory 3-0. As whenever you need a realtor in Bear Lake, call Bear Lake Realty with Gary McKee, 435-946-8888, or visit bearlakerealty.com. That's BEARLAKEREALTY.com We come back, we'll have your Independent Software Solutions postgame show as you're watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KADQ.
Whether you're recovering from an injury, just had surgery, or you're dealing with a chronic condition, Evanston Regional Hospital Physical Therapy will help you every step of the way to reach your goals and get back to doing what you love. In addition to the top-of-the-line facilities, we are the only physical therapy clinic in Southwest Wyoming with a full-size therapy pool and spa for aquatic-based treatment. Call today to schedule an appointment. Evanston Regional Hospital, helping you get your life back.
We're off to the rodeo. My Local Rodeo is proud to bring you live streaming coverage of high school rodeo from Utah and Wyoming, as well as the Intermountain Icebreaker of the National High School Rodeo Association's Western Legacy Series in 2023 and 2024. If you're interested in becoming a broadcast sponsor and advertising your business to the most loyal group of viewers in the country, you won't find a better opportunity. Call us today to claim your spot, 307-789-8116. That's 307-789-8116. We're off to the rodeo.
Dealing with computer problems can be frustrating and make you wish for your own personal IT guy. Now, everyone can afford an IT guy. Independent Software Solutions has served customers in Wyoming and Utah for over 20 years. We develop software, handle system and network administration, repair personal and business computers, and sell accessories. Independent Software Solutions is your one-stop computer business solution. Call today, 307-789-1978. Let Independent Software Solutions be your IT guy.
Great signage is an important component to any successful business. It lets your customers know they have arrived at your doors, and it's a constant advertisement of who you are. When you install LED signage, you're taking it one step further. The ability to create color messages that move is an attention grabber. Plus, you can change the message whenever you would like. Make your business stand out with an LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign, providing service, installation, and maintenance on all signage. Rocky Mountain Sign, licensed in Wyoming and Utah. Call today for a quote, 307-789-5202.
We're off to the rodeo. My Local Rodeo is proud to bring you live streaming coverage of high school rodeo from Utah and Wyoming, as well as the Intermountain Icebreaker of the National High School Rodeo Association's Western Legacy Series in 2023 and 2024. If you're interested in becoming a broadcast sponsor and advertising your business to the most loyal group of viewers in the country, you won't find a better opportunity. Call us today to claim your spot, 307-789-8116. That's 307-789-8116. We're off to the rodeo.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
Fast, fresh, delicious. 3 words that describe your experience every time you enjoy a delicious meal with Jimmy John's. Utilizing the freshest ingredients, home-baked bread, and professional sandwich building skills, the team at Jimmy John's always delivers a mouth-watering sandwich to satisfy any hunger. Jimmy John's. Freaky fast, freaky fresh. Visit any of our locations today in Evanston, Rock Springs, Sheridan, and Gillette.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth, as it is time for your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap on the Independent Software Solutions postgame show. As you see, the Rebels win that last set 25-19. They win the first set 25-18, second set 25-15, third set 25-19. And Rob, it was an interesting match because the Miners, I would say, kind of took it to the Rebels in the first part of that first set, and then the Rebels kind of, they righted the ship, took over, and cruised to a win. And, you know, a lot of players got to play today. First set was to the varsity starters, quote unquote. Second set was a lot of the younger players from the JV team, technically, obviously varsity players tonight. And then the third set, they kind of did half starters, half subs, as the Rebels win 25-18, 25-15, 25-19 in straight sets on the Independent Software Solutions post-game show. That was your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap, a 113 Front Street in Evanston, where fast meets fresh every single day. Get your sandwich today at either Evanston, Sheridan, Rock Springs, or Gillette Jimmy John's. We come back, we'll have your post-game highlights brought to you by the town of Woodruff. As you are watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in at 98.3 KDQ.
Established in 1872, Woodruff, Utah has a long history of good neighbors helping each other succeed. Woodruff was built with hard work, integrity, and a sense of community that can be felt every time you visit. We have always celebrated all students in academics and extracurricular activities, and we cheer on our Rich Rebels. Woodruff, Utah, a great place to live.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth, as it is time for some highlights on the Town of Woodruff post-match highlights on the Independent Software Solutions post-game show. And for that, we turn it over to Rob Liefson.
Well, as you mentioned, Aaron, in that first set, 5 different players with kills, which was what we were looking for. And in the second set, 11-0 run thanks to Paige Smith at the service line and Brindley Hatch with 5 kills and Molly Weston with 4 kills in that second set. And in the third set, Violet Taylor comes back with 5 kills. I'd say unforced errors. We mentioned it in the beginning as one of the keys of the game. Unfortunately, the Rebels, 22 unforced errors to the Miners, 29 service errors to the Miners, 8. I was very impressed with the fundamentals of the Miners. Got to clean up those errors if you're going to be able to move forward the way we want to see the Rebels do.
Yeah, the Miners, I don't think they played to their record. You know, sometimes when you're coming in, the Rebels have to understand that they are going to get every team's best shot in 1A Utah. They are the defending state champs. They're the team that everybody wants to knock off, so you got to understand you're getting the best shot. And, you know, the Miners came in, 3-9? And some of their matches hadn't been overly close, but I thought they were very, very solid. I thought they were a much better team than what their record indicated, as I don't think they're done winning games this year for the Tintic Miners. As those are your Town of Woodruff post-match highlights. Rebels win this one 3-0. As when we come back, we'll have your precision play of the game as well as your player of the game, as you're watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KDQ.
Precision, the quality, condition, or fact of being exact and accurate.
Precision is important. Scoring the next point, making the perfect shot, getting the best score. And when you think of your dentist, you want precision to be the first word that comes to mind. That's why patients are so pleased with Dr. McKay Frankum. He provides precision family dentistry at reasonable prices to every patient. Dr. McKay Frankum, call today for an appointment.
Call Dr. McKay Frankum at 789-8910.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth, as we are in the middle of 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com. It is time for your Dr. McKay Frankum precision play of the game. As for that, I think me and Rob, we talked about this one. I'm going to take this one because this is one of my favorite plays that I've seen in a while. There's just something about, I'm a basketball fan, and just seeing a fadeaway attack land for a kill, as Molly Weston in that second set had the ball get a little bit of away from her on the pass. She was able to contort back almost like a fadeaway in basketball with the right hand. She was able to slap it over the net, and it landed at the junction of the 10-foot line in the far left wing sideline, as that was an impressive attack from Molly Weston. And that will do it for your Dr. McKay Franklin Precision Play of the Game. Up next on the Independent Software Solutions post-game show is your Crawford Trough Player of the Game as you're watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KDQ.
Whether you're having a great day or not, food always makes it better. Delicious, fresh-cooked favorites like a juicy cheeseburger, a thick raspberry shake, onion rings, fries, or a River Bridge soda. A grilled chicken wrap always hits the spot. And don't forget twisted ice cream cones. They never disappoint. Have the always friendly and helpful staff at the Crawford Trough, and you've got the perfect recipe for a perfect meal. Something tasty from the Crawford Trough always makes your day better. Stop in today. The Crawford Trough, Randolph.
Dealing with computer problems can be frustrating and make you wish for your own personal IT guy. Now, everyone can afford an IT guy. Independent Software Solutions has served customers in Wyoming and Utah for over 20 years. We develop software, handle system and network administration, repair personal and business computers, and sell accessories. Independent Software Solutions is your one-stop computer business solution. Call today, 307-789-1978. Let Independent Software Solutions be your IT guy.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Playing Stars broadcast booth as we are in the middle of 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com as it is time for your Crawford Trough Player of the Game. And for that, we turn it over to Rob Liefson.
Yeah, it would be pretty easy to give this one to a lot of different people, but we're going to give it to Brindley Hatch. 7 kills in that second and third set combined. And you go through practice every day. You're obviously, when you've got 6 seniors, you're going to be matched up against them on a regular basis. For her to be able to come in the match and get 7 kills, I was impressed. And I think that's one of the advantages of the Rebels when you have that deep of a team. We've talked about it before in other sports. When you have good players in the underclass playing against those starters and they push the starters to become better, that bodes well for the program in years to come and actually makes the whole team better.
Yeah, I'm truly convinced that if Brindley Hatch wasn't a Rich Rebel and she went to about most schools, I think, in not only I think she probably starts for most schools in our region, let alone, you know, in state in 1A in state Utah. I think Brindley is you talk about the fact of like pushing. I think she's kind of hampered by the fact that, you know, there are so many varsity or seniors on the varsity team that I think Brindley probably gets a lot of playing time elsewhere, and she showed why I truly believe that because, you know, she played a set and a half today, 7 kills. That's 3.5 per. Those are incredible numbers as, you know, she looked really good as most of the Rebels that came in today. And I want to say something about the second team that came in the second match or the second set. They were fearless. You know, you get thrown out on the floor and, you know, sometimes at the end of a set or in a game that's, you know, a blowout, it's a little bit different. But, no, you're thrown out on the floor. You're only up 1-0. So this set is important. So you guys got to go out and play, and they did. And I thought they were fearless, and I thought they handled it very well.
Yep, and we talked to Coach Wasden real quick after the last commercial break, and she said that was by design, and she was impressed with that second set.
Yeah, I mean, it's just awesome to see that. It bodes well for the program, obviously, getting them some varsity time. But it is time for your calendar update, as it is the calendar update on the Independent Software Solutions post-game show. Let's go ahead and start with football. The next football game will be next Friday. It'll be the Rebels taking on the Thermopolis Bobcats, who I think the Rebels feel they owe just a little bit to. And then, of course, next week the volleyball team will be at North Summit, as I do believe that is their breast cancer awareness game, correct?
I've got that one on. The JV football team goes there on a Thursday night, but I'm not sure. I think the volleyball team gets at TINTIC on Friday and at Wendover on Saturday, because I'm a little concerned about your trip to Wendover, Aaron.
Yeah, I don't think you're the only one. I was told by a couple of my coworkers that I might need a chaperone on that trip, but luckily for them, I'll be going to Wendover after a football game, so there's no overnight stay for me in Wendover, or else, you know, maybe it would be a party, but it is going to be a lot of fun going to a gym that I've never been to. That's one of the things I truly enjoy, are going to new places around the state and getting to see new schools, new setups, because, I mean, it's high school sports, and every kid's high school sports their experience is different, and I do think getting to see all the different experiences is a lot of fun, and Wendover is a place I'm excited to go to, obviously, as they're a very solid volleyball team as well. It'll be a couple of road challenges for the Rebels as they will take on the Miners. I skipped a week. That's what happened.
There you go.
Skipped a week. It'll be TINTIC and Wendover. Of course, the cross-country team will be at Roy as well. Football team will be home versus Thermopolis. So that is your calendar update on the Independent Software Solutions postgame show.
And I will apologize, Aaron. We tried to get cross-country results today. The team was in Sugar House and Salt Lake, but for some reason the website was not being very cooperative, and even the coaches were complaining they couldn't get results.
That's unfortunate, but we'll hopefully have results by Monday, and I'll be able to talk to Coach Worth, and we'll get you those results for the Rebels cross-country team, who I think has a pretty good shot at being good this year too as well, especially on the girls' side. Paige Smith is a top contender in the state, as well as a very good volleyball player. But until next time, I'm Aaron Poling. That's Rob Liefson. Go Rebels.
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of MyLocalRadio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. No portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. Thank you for joining us for this sports presentation on MyLocalRadio.com.